Welcome back, Focus learners. Okay, today we are tearing down a platform that is fundamentally rewiring how successful mobile applications are built and marketed. In this explainer, we're going to unpack a tool called AppKittie. Our goal today is to uncover exactly how top-tier app developers are shifting their entire workflow away from guessing and moving toward absolute certainty using advanced App Store intelligence. If you've ever wondered how certain developers just consistently capture market share over and over while others struggle to get a single download, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention to this one. All right, let's dive right into this. I want to start with a question that honestly strikes fear into the heart of pretty much any developer or founder out there. Are you building apps nobody wants? It's the digital equivalent of throwing a massive party and nobody showing up, right? It's a provocative question for sure, but it instantly connects with the core frustration in this industry. Just think about the sheer amount of development time, the sleepless nights, and the thousands of dollars poured into an idea only to launch it into the App Store to total, absolute silence. It's a painful reality for a lot of people, and honestly, it happens simply because they're operating blind. Because look at the alternative. Without a tool like AppKittie, you really are in the dark. You're just guessing which keywords to target, you're wasting precious ad money on untested creatives, missing out on massive viral trends, and slapping up ugly screenshots that completely kill your conversions. But when you introduce this kind of intelligence, the whole game changes. You shift to actually replicating validated, profitable apps. You start ranking with high-traffic keywords. You can confidently copy winning ad creatives. You spot those viral opportunities first, and you deploy professional screenshots that actively boost your install rate. It's literally the difference between just hoping for success and engineering it.
Section: The Paradigm Shift from Guessing to Replicating.
Let's be totally clear here. The way successful developers operate today has evolved. They are no longer locking themselves in a room for 6 months building an app based on a gut feeling. Instead, they've shifted their entire mindset toward observing the market, capturing real data, and replicating the exact mechanics of how the best apps win. We are talking about heavyweights here. Apps like CalAI, Duolingo, Decay, Last War. The most influential founders use this exact strategy to observe and replicate. They meticulously track download and revenue data, so they know for a fact they're only putting engineering resources into what already has proven demand. If Duolingo is crushing it with a specific mechanic, these developers know exactly how and why, and they leverage that.
So the crucial point is understanding exactly how they gather this data. AppKittie provides this massive, comprehensive intelligence toolkit. It basically breaks down into 6 distinct pillars: app discovery and filtering, a winning ad spy, a creator and influencer tracker, keyword and ASO intelligence, global market rankings, and an App Store screenshot generator. Let's actually tear these down one by one so you can see how this unfair advantage works in the real world.
Section: Inside the Toolkit. Demystifying app growth. First up is the app discovery and filtering engine. As we go through these, think about how each feature directly solves those major pain points we talked about earlier. Imagine having a radar that actively tracks both iOS and Android revenue alongside download data. But using advanced market segmentation filters, this tool lets you find high-income apps and spot incredibly lucrative niches before they even peak. The big takeaway for you here? It drastically reduces the risk of entering a dead market. Before you write a single line of code, this engine shows you exactly where the money is flowing right now.
And let's see how this bleeds into marketing with the winning ad spy and creator tracker. Because once you've built the app, how do you actually get people to download it without torching your budget? Well, this feature lets you visualize active meta ads so you discover exactly what creatives are winning today. Plus, you can see which user-generated content creators and influencers are driving viral growth for other apps. You're basically investing in ads and partnerships, knowing exactly what is actively working for your competitors.
Next is keyword and ASO. That's App Store Optimization Intelligence. Look, you could have the absolute greatest app in the world, but if it's invisible in the search results, it just doesn't matter. This system solves that invisible app problem by feeding you the high-traffic search terms users are typing in at this very second. It gives you personalized suggestions to help you effortlessly outrank your competitors natively right there in the App Store. And finally, the App Store Screenshot Generator. This brilliantly illustrates how AppKittie covers the entire funnel from top to bottom. Even with amazing functionality and perfect keywords, an app needs stunning visual presentation to convince a user to actually tap that download button. Professional screenshots have been shown to actively double your install rate. And this tool, it generates those high-converting visuals automatically with zero graphic design skills required on your end.
Section: Proof of Success. Because the numbers don't lie.
Now, features are fantastic, but we need to validate these claims with real-world metrics. $11 million. That isn't some theoretical pie-in-the-sky projection. That is the actual annual recurring revenue achieved by an app called TV Remote that uses this exact platform. It perfectly demonstrates the literal multi-million-dollar scale at which AppKittie users are operating. When you have the right intelligence, the ceiling for revenue is just astonishingly high. And this brilliantly illustrates that it's not just a one-off fluke, right? Look at this roster of heavy hitters. We have Scaleo sitting at $485K in ARR. We've got Y Combinator-backed startups like Pingo AI, heavily funded companies like Fitment with $1.5 million raised, Peggy with $10 million, and Fourth Wall with a massive $40 million raised. Even huge global corporate entities like Stradivarius from the Zara Group and Samsung Food are utilizing AppKittie. It completely cements the tool's credibility across entirely diverse markets and company sizes. But honestly, let's hear directly from the users on the ground. A user named Ashish writes, "Just tried AppKittie and it's really useful for finding apps that are already working. Being able to see what's working in other countries and replicate it anywhere else is pretty cool too." This perfectly showcases the specific value of that global market rankings feature we discussed earlier. You can spot a massive regional hit in one country and then be the very first to successfully replicate that model in a brand new global market. Here's another one from Philip Kowalski. First time using AppKittie, it discovered a set of keywords that I had never found before for one of our apps, and I'm going to use those to update our metadata. See, this connects directly back to the ASO feature. It's not just broad, interesting data. It's immediate, actionable intelligence that you can apply to your next app update to instantly start capturing new organic traffic. And then there's user MJ Miller, who basically wrote a masterclass for us by accident here. They broke their experience down into a highly actionable 4-step playbook for app success. Step 1, spot apps making big money. Step 2, build your version inspired by them. Step 3, learn from their winning ads in ASO. Step 4, build knowing people already pay for this. Honestly, that is the entire philosophy of modern app development distilled into 4 bullet points. Section The Investment. Simple and transparent pricing. Whenever we look at a tool that provides this kind of wild competitive advantage, we have to look at the exact cost and the logistics, just to make sure the return on investment actually makes sense. Well, the pricing mechanics are remarkably straightforward. You have a flexible monthly option at $49 a month, but if you look at the yearly billing, it drops to $299 a year, which is a massive 50% savings, bringing the effective cost down to just under $25 a month. And what's incredible is the sheer value packed into both tiers. You get unlimited app searches, full analytics, all the ad and keyword tracking, but they also throw in 25,000 API credits a month and let you invite up to 5 team members. It's literally an enterprise-grade toolkit priced for individual founders. Oh, and of course, they completely remove the barrier to entry. They offer a totally risk-free 3-day trial of the Pro tier. As detailed in their FAQ, there are no hidden fees, the payment structure is totally secure, and you can cancel anytime before the trial ends without being charged a single dime. So you can get right in there, run your initial market research, and prove the value to yourself first. We've covered a ton of ground today, going from the absolute danger of guessing to the undeniable power of pure data replication. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative question to chew on. What if you could grow your app on easy mode starting today? Because with the level of intelligence available to you right now, operating in the dark is no longer just a mistake. It's a choice. Thanks for joining me today, Focused Learners, and I will catch you in the next explainer.